All real numbers have properties that allow us to work with and manipulate them, and these properties have names. I'm Mr. Johnson, and this is Properties of Real Numbers. The commutative property simply states that if you're adding or multiplying real numbers, it doesn't matter in which order you do it. 8 plus 2 is the same as 2 plus 8, which is 10. And 3 times 4 is the same as 4 times 3, which is 12. This isn't true of subtraction and division. Order matters with those operations. The associative property says that it doesn't matter how you group numbers when you're adding and multiplying. If you're adding 3 numbers together, say 5, 6, and 7, it doesn't matter if you add the 5 and the 6 first, the 6 and the 7, or even the 5 and the 7. This is true of multiplication too, but not subtraction or division. There are 2 types of identity properties. The first identity property tells us that if we are adding 0 to or subtracting 0 from a number, it does not change the value of that number. The second, likewise, tells us that when multiplying or dividing by 1, the value of the number does not change. There are also 2 inverse properties. The first says that when you add a number to its negative, the 2 of them sum up to equal 0. Similarly, if you multiply a number by its reciprocal, which is just a fancy way of saying flipped fraction, the product will be 1. The closure property is just a silly little rule that says if you do any of the 4 basic operations with real numbers, the results will also be real numbers. And finally, my personal favorite, the distributive property, which states that multiplication distributes over addition. In other words, if you have a group of numbers being added or subtracted, and that group is being multiplied by some number, you can multiply each number inside the group by that number. I like to call it hippity-hoppity distributive property.